approach to spirituality. We are love-centered and all-inclusive. We embrace an open heart and an open mind. We are spiritual, not religious. We are blending of Christianity, Eastern philosophy, science, transcendentalism, and affirmative prayer based on the power of the mind.
We have spiritual tools that provide practical applications for meaningful and abundant living. We envision a spiritually transformed and peaceful world. As an inter-spiritual community, we draw from and honor all paths to spirit.
We have no dogma or creed, though we do have 5 principles that formulate our philosophy. Our foundational belief is oneness. Our fundamental practice is living in the present moment. Please join me in affirming our mission statement. We are a thriving spiritual community, inspiring and empowering individual and global transformation as exemplified by the life and teachings of Jesus.
Once again, welcome to Unity Spiritual Center, Georgetown, a spiritual breath of fresh air. Announcements.
If you are here for the first time, we would like to extend a special welcome. If you're comfortable, please raise your hand or stand so that we may say hi and give you a welcome packet. Okay, what is your name? Zach? From, well, oh,
Wow.
from welcome. Okay. And Susan? Okay, Susan, welcome.
What brings you here? Did you see the sign or did you see it? Well, you've come to a very loving and positive place.
Donna? Wow, we have a lot of international. Wow. Well, thank you all for being here, and we hope you feel welcome and choose to make Unity Spiritual Center of Georgetown your spiritual home.
Go ahead.
Okay, announcements this week. Let's Get Metaphysical discussion group with Reverend Tommy will resume meeting on Wednesdays at 9:30 a.m. at Legacy Hills Park across the street.
Yeah, that's right across the street. If you want to sign up for that, or afterwards, give me your email address or take my card. I will send you the videos. We watch these short videos, and then we have a very interesting discussion out in the park in the morning, sitting on the lawn chairs, and it's really nice. This week, I'm going to bring up Father Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with him. And I asked the LGN group, and a lot of them weren't. And I said, well, Father Pierre is the one that actually got me to Unity, because he's the one who says we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And that little phrase just clicked on me, and I said, that's the problem. We're upside down. We think we're human primarily, first and foremost, and we're not. We're spiritual. And so Father Pierre was he was a scientist and a Catholic priest, so that should be an interesting discussion.
The book club meets on the 4th Tuesday of each month at the Lark and Owl at 10 a.m. The next meeting will be on Tuesday, August 22nd, and the book to be discussed is Journey of Souls by Michael Newton, PhD. Stay after the service today for our Lunch and Learn. The topic will be cybersecurity, presented by John Jenkinson. The next session from the Conference of Consciousness and Human Evolution, featuring Anita Morjani, and a discussion about her near-death experience, is scheduled for Saturday, August 26th from 1:30 to 4:30 in the Jarrell Room at the Cohen Center here in Sun City.
Yeah, let me say something about that one. if you remember, we purchased this webinar for $150, and the admission fee for the place was like $2,500 to get in. It happened in January in San Diego, and it features Dr. Bruce Lipton and Greg Braden and Anita Morjani and a bunch of other really leading edge people. And so we've been watching videos slowly, and the next one is this Saturday over at Cowan at 1:30 about Anita Morjani and her experience with her near-death thing. So it's really, really interesting. So come on over.
For additional information and to sign up for these events, please visit our welcome table in the foyer, check out your weekly e-newsletter, go to our website, or email admin@unitygeorgetown.org. Thank you.
A couple of final things. I want to thank all the volunteers, and we welcome more because there's a lot to do. And so whatever help you can do in anything, whatever section, part of what we do, would be so welcome. And I also want to mention that there's a sign-up list outside for a new class membership, a new class that we're trying to get together. So far we got 6 people who have signed up, and if there's more, please sign up. And I want to make an announcement about Shonda's gig at Ichido. Got changed around on us, and so she's not playing Friday at Ichido. She played last night, right? Is that right? Yeah. So I know some of you had made reservations. We had. So just FYI. And then another thing is Dan's playing with the Rockefellers Friday, right? Is that this Friday? I think it is, right? Everybody please remind Dan of his gigs. No, I think it is Friday. Here at the, yeah. Okay, well, good. Dan's playing, so that's basically all I have. So we'd like to begin our service, as you know, with laughter is the best medicine because it just puts joy, is just something that fills your heart with joy, and you can't have anything else. So I've been running out of jokes lately, but Dolores sent me one. Oh, there you are, Dolores. And this one says, called, "Are you Catholic?" So it goes like this. Ernesto, a Catholic church gardener, wanted to give a job to his friend Kamal, who was unemployed. However, all the employees of the church must be Catholic, and Kamal was not. So Ernesto had a solution. He said, don't worry. To verify that you are a member of the Catholic Church, the priest always asks you the same 2 questions. I'll tell you what, I'm going to write it down on the lawnmower, and just take a peek at the lawnmower when you're mowing the yard, and the answers are going to be there. 2 questions only, got it. So he's hired, and Kamal, it's Monday morning, and he's out there cutting the grass, and along comes Father, and he says, "Good morning, I'm glad you joined us." And he says, "Are you Catholic?" "Yes, sir, I have converted." "Very good. So do you know who the mother of Jesus is?" I do, sir." He looks over the lawnmower. "Mary." "Very good." And he said, "Do you know the father of Jesus?" I do, sir." Looks over at the lawnmower and says, "That would be Joseph." "Very good," he says. "Now I have one more question. I don't usually ask this, but I'm going to ask you a 3rd question." He got nervous at 3rd question. I thought there was only 2. So he asked him, "Can you tell me the name of the 2 criminals that were crucified with Jesus?" So he's really nervous now. So he said, "Any chance that's there?" "I doubt it." So he looks down there and he sees something. And all of a sudden, he takes a big sigh of relief. He says, "I got it, Father." "Who is it?" "Black and Decker." Let's please rise for our opening song.
I am the light, I am the light in this world, in this world. I am the light, I am the light in this world, in this world. This is the place, this is the time. Let it shine, let it shine. I see the joy, I see the joy in this world, in this world. I see the joy, I see the joy in this world, in this world. This is the place, this is the time. shine, let it shine. I'm living life every day. I'm living life every day. Spreading peace along the way. Spreading peace along the way. Right time, right place. Live in love every day. We are the light. We are the light in this world. In this world. We are the light. We are the light in this world. In this world. This is the place. This is the time. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Good morning. Now I will light the candles that represent the three aspects of the law of divine order. Mind, ideas, and expression. Divine mind is everything that is and everything that can be. It is limitless possibility. When we align ourselves with divine mind, we are given creative ideas. We see things differently. We express those ideas by our thoughts, our words, and our actions, and thus become co-creators with God. Pretty neat, huh? And now, stay with me, and we'll recite the prayer of intention. Living Spirit opens our minds, opens our hearts, and touches us all deeply with love, and sends us out as agents, agents of love, agents of peace, agents of justice. Amen. And I don't see any children here today. No, not today. So no Sunday school for them, unfortunately. Were you ready? Aw, you're always ready. Now we have a song.
Hold my hand while I run this race. Hold my hand while I run this race. Hold my hand while I run this race. 'Cause I don't want to run this race in vain. Stand by me while I run this race. Stand by me while I run this race. Stand by me while I run this race. For I don't want to run this race in vain. Guide my feet while I run this race. Guide my feet while I run this race. Guide my feet while I run this race. For I don't want to run this race in vain. For I don't want to run this race in vain.
Please join me in affirming together our statement of being and vision. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotence. Centered in God, we co-create a world of love, peace, and abundance.
The daily word for today is understanding. One of the best ways to remain calm in an agitating circumstance is to practice understanding. Seeking to understand gives me information and insight and eases my reactivity. It keeps my emotional thermostat dialed down if I am tempted to lose my cool. Perhaps poet Rudyard Kipling was referring to understanding in his poem, If, when he wrote of the importance of keeping your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. Properly mastered, my power of understanding gives me the strength and presence of mind to be a beacon in times of trouble or crisis. Whatever this day may bring, I will carry the light of understanding with me. I am cool in spirit. I am understanding. One who is cool in spirit has understanding. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 27. Today's affirmation is, with understanding, my spirit is always cool. Please repeat the affirmation twice with me. With understanding, my spirit is always cool. With understanding, my spirit is always cool.
In this house of love, we come together, one with spirit in our hearts. In this house of love, we are connected. We are perfect in God's light, and we shine, yes we shine, as bright as the stars above. We shine, yes we shine, we shine in this house of love, in this house of love. We are family, brothers and sisters in this world, in this house of love. We seek the wisdom that tells us the truth, and we're assured. And we shine, yes we shine, as bright as the stars above. We shine, yes we shine, we shine in this house of love. We shine in this house of love.
And now it's time for our community prayer. Let us become still and centered as we prepare to pray. Today, I want to focus our attention on power. Each Sunday at the end of service, we recite our belief that the power of God protects us and that we are that power. How do we invoke our power? Let us become still, and together let us breathe in peace. Breathe out anxiety. Breathe in peace. Breathe out tension. Breathe in peace. Breathe out negativity. Now, in that quiet, still place, let us feel our spiritual power, which is the light or energy existing within and around each of us. Our spiritual power creates a sense of peace and contentment, giving us confidence and hope. Whenever we sense pain in ourselves or in the world around us, remember there is within you an essential core. This core cannot suffer. Place your awareness there and connect to your inner power. This spiritual strength will help us to endure all circumstances. Even if I am afraid of what might come next, I am clear that my pain and suffering are not my fault. I do not deserve them, nor are they here to teach me something. I am an empowered spiritual being that uses all experiences for learning. I embrace my experiences as opportunities to deepen my awareness of God. Let's continue our stillness and step into our Christ presence, for it is here that we rest in love. Let us be grateful for the opportunities that life's challenges offer us and the beautiful light within us. Here in this sacred space, let's take a few moments to pray. And if you are holding a person or situation in your heart, bring them into our circle of love by speaking the name or condition aloud or silently. And now, let us close our time of prayer by singing an ancient prayer, a prayer handed down through the ages that affirms God's realm manifest in earth as it is in heaven. The Lord's Prayer.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever.
And now it's time for our spiritual practice. Today, our spiritual practice is about forgiveness. I will guide you as meditational practice instead of giving instructions. Forgiveness is a form of gratitude. When we forgive others, we show them the mercy that we have often received and been thankful for. Let us take a deep breath and release all thoughts we have accumulated so far today. Let us breathe in peace. Breathe out all negativities. Let us breathe in peace. Breathe out all distractions. Let us breathe in peace. Breathe out all anxieties. Now, with clear minds and heart, let us become still and centered. Focus on your Christ presence and become fully aware. I accept myself as I am. I connect to my deeper nature. I accept myself as I am. I forgive myself for all the mistakes I have made and set myself free. As I forgive myself, I forgive all life, and all life forgives me. There's an ancient Hawaiian prayer of forgiveness that I will share with you. Usually this prayer is directed to a certain person, condition, or situation. While we say this prayer, you can insert a name, a feeling, or a belief that is bothering you, and then hold a mental picture of that situation or person. Repeat after me. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. The design of this prayer is to help you let go of any limiting beliefs that you have, or let go of anything that is bothering you, and it's best to say daily. You can also use this prayer for something that you would like to create in your life. This prayer will help you clear all the blocks that keep you from what you want. Now let's repeat the prayer. And while we say this prayer, you can insert a name, a feeling, or a belief that is bothering you, and then hold a mental picture of that situation or person. Repeat after me. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Today, in this moment, send all the love in your heart to yourself and to those who need your forgiveness. Forgiveness is a wonderful way to give love to yourself and to other people. Love is your nature. Do not resist what you really are. Today is a wonderful day to open your heart to love and forgiveness. Now, let us move into stillness. Let us breathe in love and spend time in the beautiful stillness of light. And Dan will bring us back with his song.
I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Jill. Inner peace. Inner peace. This week, I want to continue the conversation that I started last week, and in fact, from the very first day that I got here. And that is about how different unity really is, and why do we go to church? Do you remember my interview lesson when I interviewed for the job? It was church. Who needs it? And what was the point? The point at the end of the lesson was that we all need it. But we don't need that old church, that old story, because we've outgrown it. What we need is a new version of church, a new story. Now understand one thing here. When I'm talking about new, I'm not talking about rearranging the furniture. I'm talking about tearing the entire ancient, out of date, out of consciousness structure we were fed growing up. Get rid of the whole thing, except for one thing, the concept behind it all. And herein lies the grand irony, because what is that concept? It's that the old story and the new story are the same story. But we're seeing it from a higher elevation, from the mountaintop now. And it looks very different from that angle. Now, what is that story? The story is very simple, that God is indeed with us. Emmanuel, it says Scripture. But not as one person, but as every person. And in fact, everything. And how can it be otherwise if indeed God is everywhere? In unity we say there is no spot where God is not. God is already in you, expressing as you. It's not something that you have to strive for. It's not something that we have to wait for some time to be. We already are that. And that's the whole flip side of this. We already are what we want to be. We just don't know it because we haven't been told that. We've been told exactly the opposite. And I don't understand how. You know, if you start with the Christian Genesis, we're told from day one that created in the image and likeness of God. So how do you change that? You don't. How can you change something as fundamental as God having created you? Well, there are ways, and but it's a mental thing, but we'll talk about that. So from the unity perspective, we say that we don't need salvation. We need transformation. We need realization of who we are. And how do we realize things? By believing it, by having it in your heart. If you've been attending Unity Georgetown for a little bit now, then you're starting to get the picture of what it is I have as a vision for Unity Georgetown. And simply put, it is to be that proverbial beacon in the night, shining a new light about a new world consciousness. This is big. The truth is, humanity is at a tipping point of an entirely new awareness of who and what we are. It's called the New Copernican Revolution, some people call it. Because Copernicus did not rearrange the furniture. He just went in there and said, you got the whole thing wrong. And you know what's funny is that science is beginning to do the same thing. Now with this James Webb telescope, we got everything all figured out about galaxies and the Big Bang and how galaxies develop and blah, blah, blah. And now James Webb comes along and they look at that and said, we might have to rethink this whole thing. Really? And I think that's what we in Unity are doing. We need to rethink this whole thing. Scratch the whole product. Because that's how radical of a change it's going to be for us to transform, and which is what we need to do. How many of you are familiar with spiral dynamics? I know some of you from the LGM group are, because I brought it up a couple of times. Spiral dynamics, it says, is a model of evolutionary development of individuals, organizations, and societies. It points out the various stages of evolution that we go through as individuals and as a collective society, much like we do as humans. You know, when we're babies, and then we're toddlers, and then we're adolescents, and young adults, and then seniors, and well, we go through those kind of changes spiritually as well, as a group and as individuals. And the, spiral dynamics uses color codes to show this. And according to the scale, the Unity people, and I'm not trying to, like flatter you, but you're kind of on the higher end of things. But we're right at this edge, because and then they break it down in two tiers. There was one tier, and it has all the stuff, and then when you're right at that tier, and then there's a second tier. And that jump to the second tier is the kind of Copernican revolution that I'm talking about. It's a big jump. It is a caterpillar becoming the worm. It's that kind of a change that we're going through. But it also tells us that besides being closer to the top, that we're also fewer in numbers. Because I think the percentage of people who are in that rank, if you will, is like 6 to 8% or something. But it says but when we get to that 10%, it's going to be that 100th monkey thing. Perhaps you've heard of the 100th monkey, that everything flips. And so I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we'll still be around. Sure would be nice to see a change, wouldn't it? So one of the essential qualities of being, in the upper thing of the spiritual spiral dynamics is that we have a more universal look of things. And so that's why in Unity we accept and honor all paths to spirit, because we know that underlying everything, there's only one thing. And we're fighting about the same thing and warring about the same thing. And it's the same thing, except we're calling it different things. It makes absolutely no sense. And at some point or another, you come to this gigantic realization. And that's where we're headed. Because surely God cannot be about one group of people. There is no way. Of course not. And so that's where we come into play, into our interspiritual aspect, to be able to do this. And there's more and more people that are starting to seek us. They just don't know that we're here. And these people are called nuns. Have you heard that? Like when you're filling out an application, it says spiritual identification or whatever, affiliation. None of the above. So they're called nuns. N-O-N-E-S. Not the other nun. But so, although, here's a magical question to this whole thing. Why do we come to church? What's in it for us? And the short answer is that we know that it's just good for us. It's good for us spiritually, psychologically, and physically. We know this now. It's a whole mind, body, spirit experience. And the view that we have of ourselves is diametrically opposed to the entire other traditional world. Because, as I said before, we see ourselves as spiritual beings having a human experience. And when you see things from that angle, that changes everything. Like what? Well, like we're eternal by nature already. It means that what tradition seeks to strive for, we already are. So it changes our focus completely from seeking that to really improving our daily lives, to making it about the present moment. Now, the other thing is that we don't believe in hell or a devil in Unity. So we don't have that motivation to come to church because I was a Catholic church. You know, you go to church because you don't want to go to hell and for eternity. Now, come on. For one life? Don't want to do that. But we don't have that. So question is, why make the effort? Why go on Sunday mornings? And it's really two things. It's about developing good spiritual habits and practices. And that's why we implement all these things during the course of a Sunday morning experience, because we want you to have laughter. We want you to do affirmations, to do meditations, to do prayers, to learn, to have music. It's all one thing. And then by all that one thing, we create this sacred space here for an hour. And we know that it's being in this mindfulness is very important because it helps you realize this. And then when you go home, you say, you know, I need a little mindfulness up right about now. And you might take a little time out to sit and meditate on a thought or something, patience or forgiveness, as Jill spoke about today. So it's a practical matter, Sunday morning, and it's also a healing matter. Think of it as a spiritual hot tub. It feels good, and we're being regenerated all the way down to the cellular level. Because remember what I talked about Lipton, he talks about be careful what you're saying, your thoughts, your deeds, your actions, because your cells are listening. And you can alter your cells. He who is within is greater than he who is in the world. Now, when Scripture says that, that's what it's saying. That this energy field that you are is greater than this material outside expression that you seem to be. And so what you think and what you believe can affect you all the way down to the cellular level. Now, in choosing topics for the week, sometimes I just like, what am I going to talk about this week? But a lot of times, several things come in from different directions, and they kind of steer me somewhere. And that's what happened this week, because I brought up last week, number one, about that life is not about a destination, which is another very different thing from us, you know, because tradition is everything is future-based. I talked about that last week, about going to heaven. Everything is future-based. And when is the future, as I said last week? Never. So if everything's future-based and the whole object is to get to heaven, then when are we going to get there? Never, because it'll never be the future. It's always going to be the present. That's all we have. We know this. So life being a journey is consistent with us being aware of practicing mindfulness, the present moment. So we also teach in Unity that we are co-creators of the universe. That is an entirely different way of seeing things. Before, we were just sitting back and wondering what's going to happen to us. Everything is out of our control, and we're understanding more and more that that is not true at all. It's very much in our power to change ourselves and our future. So for all those reasons, it's very important that we come Sunday morning to have this experience and to learn, because we learn too as well. It's practical, it's healing, it's mind, body, and spirit. How many of you know that Unity has a magazine? Well, we do. And it has so many wonderful articles in there all the time. And that was the final piece of the puzzle for this week in my talk. Because on the cover of the New Unity magazine is Dr. Joan Borisenko. Are you familiar with her? This is one book that she has. It's the same book, but this is the cover of this one, and this is a prettier cover of this one. The book is called Inner Peace for Busy People, 52 Simple Strategies for Transforming Your Life. And they're short little things that you can just open up. Number 12, take a Sabbath. Take a Sabbath. What does that mean? It just takes some time off to just chill. Period. And so she has a bunch of these. So she is a graduate of Harvard Medical School, and she is also one of the original founders of one of the original mind-body clinics back in the 80s. So she's been into this for a very long time. And so the book offers wonderful suggestions about how we can work on this transformative process that we need so much. And it's divided into six general sections. Part 1 is called The Absolute Basic Strategies for Life. Part 2 is Strategies for Taking Care of Yourself. Part 3 is Strategies for Changing Your Relationship to Time. Part 4, Strategies for Managing Your Mind. Part 5, Strategies for Developing Compassion, Kindness, and Clear Communication. And Part 6, Strategies for Creating Wisdom and Purpose in Your Life. So you can see that it addresses that whole mind, body, spirit idea that we truly are, because that's what we are. We are these tripartite beings, if you will. And that's what divine order was talking about. Mind, idea, expression. That's part of our tripartite nature. And what tradition recognizes as Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And what psychology recognizes as the superconscious, the subconscious, and the conscious. It's all the same thing. We really are tripartite in nature. So today, I'm going to share with you a couple of little strategies here. Like I said, they're very short, and I just took little things out of it. So, Dan, if I could have a little. Here's the first one. She says, remember that peace is already with you. Scripture tells us, be still and know that I am God. The inner radiance of peace and joy of a child is our birthright, our own true nature. Small children effortlessly express it, while we as adults have to read books and go to classes to bring ourselves back to that which we already are. Second one, live with passion. The happiest and most productive people are people who live with passion. Find joy in everything that you do. Live life from the heart. Third one, practice patience. Real patience requires life to unfold, to allow life to unfold at its own pace. Patience is an opportunity to love deeply. Patience is peace. Learning to be patient is a continual practice. It requires years to ripen. Let it continue to unfold every day for you. Remember to be gentle with yourself as you practice patience. Go out in nature. This week, think about your relationship to the natural world. We are one with it and interdependent on it. Take some time during the week to just go out and take a walk in one of the many trails that are around here. Or just sit in the park somewhere and just take in that feeling of nature. Next one is focus on making small changes. You know, whenever we feel overwhelmed with things, it's because we're looking at it from a perspective like, oh, this is way too big for me to handle. I can't handle this. But if you use a simple technique of breaking it down to little steps, then you will find not only that you can get things done, but that getting things done will bring you a kind of a peaceful inner peace, joy that sometimes is hard to find. Give up on perfectionism. I like this one. It says perfectionism is a devilish trait because it pulls you out of the present and into the past or the future. Peace exists only in the present moment. It vanishes when the desire for perfection emerges. This week, recognize perfection for the intruder that it is. And remember most of all that the perfect time to do what you want to do is now. Right now. Because that's all there is. And the last one, and perhaps my favorite, is enjoy music for peace, creativity, and healing.
Wow. upset me. I am so grateful to be back. I'm just gonna sing this song. It's about, Shonda and I had an opportunity to sing for my friend's service that he was homeless and he lost his way. And what comes through is it's our job to practice what our teacher Jesus has demonstrated, and ignoring the homeless and the drug and mental afflicted folks. What would Jesus do? Well, people give their houses in preparation for a king, and they line their sidewalks with every sort of shiny thing. Watch them be surprised when they hear Jesus say, take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted ones, take me to the lonely ones that somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, I am your friend. Come to my table, rest here in my garden. You will have a pardon. You will have a pardon. Take me to the alley. Take me to the afflicted ones. Take me to the lonely ones that somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, I am your friend. Come to my table, rest here in my garden. You will have a pardon. You will have a pardon. Take us to the alley. Take us to the afflicted ones. Oh, take me, take us, take me, take us.
Thank you, Dan, Tom, Shonda. Now comes the time when we share in our tithes with our spiritual community so that we can continue doing the work of being this beacon of light into a new world awakening, which I just love that whole idea, and I can hardly wait. It is here now. Just more of us need to see it, and that's what we're working on. So together we take our tithes in our hands and we say, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God.
Everything I see, everything I do is blessed by your hand, God. I give it back to you. Everything I give, every thought that's true is magnified in kind, God. I give it back to you.
Shine your energy forth. Together we say, we bless and dedicate these tithes and offerings as an expression of divine love, and we release them to manifest that love in our community and in our world. And this is the time we do the children's blessing, so we bless all the children of the world. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are. Final announcement, Jill is our prayer chaplain today. And don't forget, Saturday we're having that webinar. It's a 2-hour. We'll watch it for an hour, take about a 15-minute break, and watch the second hour over at Cowan Center at 1:30 in the afternoon. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's free. If you want to do love offering, we can do that. But just join us. I think you'll be glad that you did. And I'll see you on Wednesday for the LGM group, those of us who come. So let's finish with our peace song. Please rise. Oh, one minute. Hold on. Oh, yeah, there's a side of the crew.
Security talk is today, and it's John Jenkinson. He's the head of the computer group here in Sun City. He has degrees in all kinds of stuff, and we'll be thrilled to see it. So just
Great. All right. Peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family honoree. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be our joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, I am, and all is well. Have a blessed, blessed week.